Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
So guys, yes, you're hearing from us once again today, our third video.
Indeed.
It's been a really crazy busy day.
Well, in the meantime, while it's crazy and busy, we do want to say a huge thank you to Linda. She's one of the ones that keeps us going on Patreon.
Yes, Linda is our newest patron. Thank you so much for joining us, Linda. So, we did the last video when we were talking about a swarm in Hawaii, which there is a swarm that's growing in Hawaii. After that, well, USGS 5.7, others originally saying 6.3 earthquake over in Hawaii. There was a 4.5 in Malibu. That's significant. 4.6, I should say right here, 4.6. And what we see is there is an ongoing swarm. So 32 altogether, 31 aftershocks, or are these all precursors? We don't know. There could be a larger one on the way again. Everybody should be prepared, and as Dutch Sense would say, have an earthquake plan. But again, have an apocalypse, have an Armageddon plan, I guess, is maybe how we should update it to include all sorts of things.
I think that's the thing, inclusion.
Inclusion. In these times, anything that could happen possibly, most likely will. And just to check in on Hawaii, last time I looked, we're at 81 quakes in this area with that. Well, again, some were saying 6.3. I think the USGS has it officially at a 5.7, 37 kilometers deep. As you can see, this is significant, so be mindful. Of course, we did have some solar activity, which we talked about on the other video, and we were talking about a whole bunch of train derailments and then some major plane issues. And here we have, guess what? We have a huge fire going on at an oil refinery in Billings, Montana. Emergency personnel on the scene. Fire officials have reported that there were no injuries. All personnel is accounted for. Investigation underway. Again, like this one says, they won't find anything, and they'll report in the report as usual. That's true. There's been so many of these. You can't count them. You really can't count all the train derailments, all the refinery fires. It's just a crazy time period. This is why we have to be very, very alert out there. Be very, very, very alert.
Take your time and watch what's going on around you.
There was a shooting in Times Square. Armed and dangerous teen migrant arrested after a woman was shot. He was also firing on the police. Yeah, he was one of three that were supposedly just robbing in general, as there's been an awful lot of looting going on. All sorts of crime has gone through the roof. They are purposely underreporting things. Somebody in the last video made note that they live in Colorado, around where that one particular derailment happened, and they never heard of it over there. None of the local news was talking about it. I really feel the local news has been told, keep things hush-hush locally. It really seems that way. You have to go digging for this, but when you start to dig, then you see it's just crazy out there at this point in time. This is in Barcelona, as a random, again, migrant is just attacking people randomly. With there's no purpose behind this. I mean, well, no good purpose. It's just random chaos. Whether they're on some sort of who knows what. It's just, it's becoming all too commonplace, to be expected with, again, tens of millions of people in the U.S. and probably similar numbers throughout all of the other European NATO countries. Earlier today, Special Ops Sergeant Lopez, who is currently assigned to Operation Lone Star, overheard radio traffic about a vehicle being loaded with migrants in Roma. As troopers moved in to arrest the smugglers, the suspects fled in the vehicle, ultimately driving into the Rio Grande. So here you go again. Right now there's a lot of random stuff going on. The question is, when do the actual sleeper cells in there get the go-ahead? They're probably looking for something. They're probably looking for something specific. And we'll have to see about the timing. I hope this doesn't echo. I'll put the sound a little bit below the middle. We have been saying for a long time, I think the guides probably back in like 2022, 2021, had said that, by this time, by like 2025, you will not see any politicians anywhere but on the media. They will not go out in public. And you could see.
Thank you very much. That's my name. That's right.
The people of Libya, the people of Iraq, the people of Syria, the people of Yemen, the people of Palestine, as well as the people of America will never forget.
Violating the university code of right. I'm asking you to leave. The delegates will now escort you out of the building. Thank you. Can you?
Well, yeah. Well, honestly, yes, you could look back to all of them, really, as far as war criminals, as everything's going to be revealed. Absolutely. The crimes against humanity that we have seen has been just insane, and the world has been asleep for so much of it, at least, unfortunately, a large segment. Wait a minute. What's wrong with this picture? The Gaza Strip, Israel, Mexico. Huh. Oh, yeah, it was Joe Biden's version. Yeah, as again, they're calling, they're questioning his sanity and his cognitive abilities, which, who couldn't? But the reality, again, is just puppets.
Mm-hmm. A lot. And if you look back to that video with Hillary Clinton, I mean, she was so smug and her head was held so high. I mean, she's so arrogant and when it comes to her moves, she feels so confident that nothing will ever happen to her. But you know what? There's something in this realm that doesn't tolerate beings like this, and eventually she will see what's coming to her. Now, I think that a lot of politicians already have doubles. I would bet you they probably don't even come out 50% of the time, the real ones. But pretty soon it's just going to be like they're just not going to be able to go out because, they're so blatant about what they do. And people can see it now, and they're not going to be able to be seen in public because people are tired of it.
Well, we've gotten that this is not the real one either. So, I mean, if you look into this one, is this a clone or a person in a mask? I mean, what do you feel?
No, this feels like a person actually in a mask, somebody who's feeling just a little extra arrogant, actually, with knowing that they're fooling everyone. This is the energy that she carries.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy times. That's crazy too. And going back to that area, the Egyptian army is deploying air defenses along the border with Palestine, and they are also bringing in elements of the 4th Armored Division. A lot of ground tanks and equipment heading that direction because Israel is now moving down deeper into southern Gaza. And, Netanyahu has been quoted as saying they won't stop until they have a complete victory. Yeah, again, this is all about baiting the entire world into that WW3. That is really the bigger purpose here. As you see scenes from tonight's attack on western Damascus, which again is the capital of Syria. So, Israel attacking Syria, the U.S. attacking Yemen, U.S. also attacking Iraq, and it's just a nonstop slaughter. It's just nonstop war, and it's clear. I think it's pretty clear that the majority of the world's citizens would love to see this stop, but they're not stopping. And this is, again, it reminds me of that Nostradamus quatrain that I think will probably come to fulfillment in the spring and into the summer, talking about how the great leaders will be ridiculed because they got us into this mess. But the reality is they know they're getting us into this mess. That's their purpose, the entire purpose. And this is Lebanon as well, as Israel's bombing them too. It just doesn't stop. Yet we still have a boy having fun with his puppy. Yeah, this is all people want to do is to have fun, a little love, experience the good side of 3D, which there is a lot of good side, but it certainly isn't any of the global leadership. The entirety of the global leadership is the only problem we really have. I totally think we could all get along just fine without that leadership.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everything you need to know, everything you need to function in this life, you have learned in kindergarten. I'm looking at this, and the world could be run by small children and puppies, and we would be far better off. You know why? Because they are kind to each other.
And they have souls, which our leaders don't. They've basically burned them away.
Indeed.
As always, guys, thanks for your support. Stay prepared. Be very prepared, because obviously everything is going up another notch here. Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.